not to meritocracy.
Okay.
That was one kind of.
Okay.
Meritocracy. Thank you. I'm sorry. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I kind of thought that company like Microsoft was so logical and logical and capable people get ahead. It's not politics. But just that's why not after meritocracy was a little bit kind of different from what I kind of had in my image.
Okay.
Yes, could you
Sure.
please
Okay.
explore a little bit?
Just to, I'm sorry.
I will.
Okay.
So the question was, I had the bullet on the key findings, and one was it's not always a meritocracy. And she said that her impression that Microsoft, where people were very driven and results-oriented, was that it probably was more that type of an atmosphere versus some with some politicalness. And I would say it's absolutely both. A lot of people are aware, and I don't think it's, the performance management type system at Microsoft is very merit-based, and it's very competitive, and it's very results-oriented. And so those are things that do give you like ladder type promotions, bonuses, or compensations tied to. And that's true. We're very metrics-oriented in that regard. We used to be MBO or MBO-driven, and now we've moved this year, the first year, to what we call commitments. So every year we identify what our commitments are for the year, and you're measured against those commitments. So that's definitely true. The point I was trying to make, and again, I talked about that women being represented at about the 50% level in management positions. And so that would be at my position, even probably up closer to maybe the GM level in Microsoft, maybe not quite. But above that, it does become, and I wouldn't just say political, it's more what I said, the things that are the intangible qualities. Who is the strong leader? Who do you want to get behind? What is it about that person that makes you want to get behind them? A lot of times it's just, people have some charisma. Maybe it's because they've built a strong base of loyalty by doing some of those things that I talked about, making others great, doing the right thing when you have the opportunity for that. But it's those less tangible things that I think ultimately allow you to reach higher levels.
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, that she said, did anybody represent the astronaut program?
I don't think so here. So when she asked if anyone had represented the astronaut program. So tell me a little bit more about your question. So the astronaut programs, we have the programs where people go out to the schools and talk, or do you mean the actual astronaut program? What are you referring to?
Yeah, when I saw the scientists from CEO to astronaut, that's really what caught my attention to come to this study.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. I think part of this is that Elizabeth actually has her master's degree in aerospace engineering, so maybe that was what she was, speaking to or asking about, your background in terms of that. And
yeah, that a long way from the astronaut program. I have to be honest. And so sorry if it were my background at all that got us there. I don't know what Ann's was or any of the others, but I haven't done anything like the astronaut program. I'll just confess. Sorry about that.
Okay. Other questions? Yes.
I understand this idea about the mentorship, which is actually new to me. I'm originally from Poland, so the idea of mentorship is completely new to me as I found out it works here in the US. And my question is, there are probably two types of mentors that you can acquire. One is the personal, that you have to the personal life, and you can actually have that kind of mentor right now. But my question is, when is it good, and how you can acquire this actually professional mentor? Like in the engineering field, how you can connect and how you can find who is the best of mentors for you to that will lead you to professional career, not your personal only.
I'll start and then you go. Okay, so the question was, is that better? About mentors. And how do you get a mentor, and kind of a little bit more about the concept, particularly in terms of technical fields. And I'll say a couple of things. The person who asked the question stated maybe there are a couple of kinds. A personal mentor, which many of you probably already have, be it a family member or a close friend, or a professional mentor. And I think there are a lot of options. For school-aged people, I will tell you there's a program called MentorNet. That's a technical-based program that I have participated in. It's a mentornet.com, I think, can get you there, if you at least want to click on the website and go find out about it. There are also other options. As was talked about earlier, things like informational interviews are great. And I think that in mentor relationships, there are very formal relationships and more informal relationships. And I think they're both really, really powerful. So just a couple of words, I'll tell you that my experience has been the most successful long-term mentor relationships are those with a person that you have some sort of a relationship with, that you can connect with, that you really trust, that you can go to with thoughts or ideas or value their opinion, and those are great. It's also very worthwhile to go to someone that you don't know very well. Just write them an email and say, I'm just really interested in learning more. Can I come see you? Would you be willing to have a short conversation with me? Can we talk about it, ask some questions, get their opinions, and just learn all you can? And my experience has been both of those styles are really beneficial.
And yes, I don't think I have much to add, except that, as Elizabeth said, there's varying degrees of success. And I think a lot of times you just have to try until you get the right chemistry and mix. And I wouldn't be discouraged, because especially if you go through a formal matching program, sometimes it might not be the perfect match, just like online dating. But so don't be discouraged, and ask people that you know in the industry. Do you know somebody that I'm interested in talking to somebody about X? Do you know somebody or somebody that might know somebody like that? Yes.
Also, when you're looking at mentorship, joining societies, you talked about networking, and there's Women in Technology, there's the Society of Women Engineers that you can join as a student, and then also once you enter into your professional life, that you can continue on, and they have mentoring set up there too, which really does help out. And then most organizations and companies have mentor-type programs. One of the things Boeing has started is Boeing Women in Leadership, and they actually have one of their committees is mentoring. And so if you belong to the Boeing company, you can go out to this website and belong. I know Microsoft also has some mentoring programs that you can do it formally to find someone, but always keep your eyes open too for who could be a mentor to you in your workplace as you begin your career, that type of thing too. So professional organizations are a great place to start. When you join a company, most of them do have some sort of mentoring program set up. Find out about that too.
Well, I'll start from the Microsoft perspective. The question was, what is the common, how common is job sharing for if you want to stay home with children or for whatever reason, or and she used a specific example at Microsoft that one of her friends had left the company to stay home with kids. And I have to say that it is not really common at Microsoft for full-time employees. A lot of people do go to contract work when they do it. There have been people that I've met, it's usually long-term employees that have done a special negotiation with management. Yeah, a lot of, I have a really good friend who does independent